Hi, Kerry here from My Cloud Bookkeeping. I work with small businesses and entrepreneurs to help them manage their business finances in QuickBooks Online. And if you're not sure if you're using the best QuickBooks plan for your business, check out my plan comparison below and be sure to watch right to the end for some useful tips for your business. Yet another change you may have noticed when you run your reports in QuickBooks Online, it's a different format. Now, QuickBooks is calling this the modern view, and it's intended to provide a new and enhanced experience. Now, I don't know about you, but I hadn't considered running my reports an enhanced experience. Yet here we are. Now, let's take a look at the modern view and understand how to navigate it to hopefully improve our report experience in QuickBooks Online.
I'm going to pop across here to reports. I'm going to run a profit and loss report. And then click through for our total income. Where is it? Down here, total income. And this opens up into this new format. So when we're playing around with this modern view, where it's often most useful is where you're wanting to sort your information in a different way. So initially, the first thing we're going to look at are our dates, and this has got custom dates. What we could also do is we could put this year to last month. Why don't we change it to that? So this year to last month. We're in accrual. If you wanted to go back, of course, custom enables you to type the dates in. You put them into these boxes in the same way we did before. It's just a little more condensed, which actually is kind of an advantage because it's not taking up so much room on the top of the screen. I don't know if you recall before, but that top part of the screen was taken up with so much of this information. It's defaulting to accrual, which is totally fine with me. I know a lot of you use cash accounting, in which case you'd be toggling that away. And then the next thing we have is the option for view options. So if we click this, we can collapse, which gives us a total and a summary for each of the items that makes up the income, which is a different number, but I guess that'll be a video for another day. But this condenses it all, and then you can, from here, expand it all. Another thing you can do while you've got it here, collapse it all, and then just expand out the section that you may want to look at. So nice, easy way to adjust these. We're going to expand everything back out. Then we're going to pop across here to the filter. And the filter enables us to sort a little differently. So we've looked at all the income, and let's just say that we want to only be looking at invoices. We're not interested in sales receipts. We're going to go transaction type equals, and we're down here are invoices, and tab. It will rerun this report now to include only invoices. One of the other options, of course, was a job or a journal entry. You might want to run it by a particular job. I selected invoice not because I think it's got any particular value, but because I knew that I would get results to be able to show you how this works. So there are a lot more filter options that I think are a little bit easier to work with than what we had before. So hopefully that will help you to improve what you're getting. Then we can pop across to the general options here. So one of the things I really like here is the option. Actually, let me just get rid of some of these columns first. Where are we here? We're going to pop across to columns, and then I'm going to show you something else. I don't think we need to see the memo in this report. I certainly don't really care about this account here. I'm going to get rid of that column. And now I have a much more condensed report to look at. And I'm going to pop back to the general options here. And I really like this option to round to the whole number. So we're not dealing with cents. Mind you, they still show them up. Show in red is another cool feature. So if you're looking down here for anything that's a negative, it kind of highlights out a little bit more. You can mess around with things like, your footnote. Not that important, but there it is. I just took the time off because maybe you don't need that. And of course up here we have the option to edit the report name in the same manner we did before. So I'm going to call this income report. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. That's just whatever makes the most sense to you. So hopefully you can see it's kind of not as scary and as messy. I know when I first opened up this, I was like, no, not another change, because I knew what I was doing with the other report format. As with the other report features, you can sort by the different columns, and it's a little easier here. Before you had to kind of pop up to here where it said how you want to sort it. You can sort it by date. Maybe you want to see it by amount, so let's pop here and we'll sort by amount. It's still sorted initially by the account because that is our group by feature here in number 1, the account. You can change that, but well, let's have a quick look. Why not? Let's change it to, what have we got? Customer. Why don't we just flip this by customer right now? There we go. Look at that. That was super easy to do. So it's now grouped by customer, and we can switch it around so that we're sorting by amount. Now what you'll notice when you sort by amount is that it sorts by amount within each customer. If we wanted to take away this group by and clear it all, then we would be able to sort just purely by amount. So you can see how much fun this is, just flicking around in here once you're perhaps, dare I say, not afraid to play around in it. So this is how you can mess around with the data when you've clicked through any of those reports. But then there's an additional option here that I just love. So we can save as, which is what we used to do with our customized reports. So you could save this as income report. Okay, we've already done that. But this one here, add it to a group. You have the option to add this to one of your management reports, and maybe you haven't used management reports, but you could create a monthly sales report that you send out as part of a package every month. And if you're using custom fields in your invoices, you could sort this report by sales rep, for example, send it out, and it would be part of whatever it is that you're distributing for discussion at your monthly sales meetings. Now we can see here how this report name already exists. I'm going to pop over here to reports and show you where it is. You may be already familiar with custom reports, but here we have the monthly sales report group, and it's an income report. Oh, that's interesting. That saved it to that group. It didn't export it to the management report. Let's just find where that is. Here's where we add it to the management report. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to create a new management report, the monthly sales report. I do like this though, having the having that as part of a group. Where was it? The custom reports here, so that it's a lot easier to sort through all of your custom reports. I know mine need to be sorted. I probably should do some of this grouping in there. But that is how you find your way around in this new enhanced format. So hopefully that helps.
Hopefully, now when you open up your reports and see the new format, you won't immediately switch to classic view, as I've been doing for this last little while. Now, I do think that when you get used to it, this is an improved interface. A lot easier to see your information and make changes, a lot less scrolling. And if you're unsure what reports you should be running, check out my month-end checklist down there below, and it will help you to direct you to what you need to look at each month to keep your business on track. So be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos about the recent changes and some of the features in the advanced plan. Let me know what you think by commenting below. Cheers.